flourish, double back and come and get your niggas. Pass the power to your people, it ain't nothing really.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Black Cloud Gardens, here where I give you indoor medical cannabis grow tips. Today is going to be, I believe, the third week of veg. Today we're going to be laying our first layer of trellis and getting ready to start our, stretching out, and then we'll start our initial vertical growth. All right, let's get into it. All right, coming in, gelato cake and that swamp cookies in the front, wedding cake middle row, and Gary Payton in the back. Very nice spreads prior to the trellis. See everybody, that's my trellis support. So everyone's right there, and the trellis is just gonna come and lay them down and spread them out a little bit before we start our vertical growth. But yeah, everybody's nice and full, man. Might be one of the better runs of the year. Fuck around and broke my little branch. Gonna try to put it back. We're gonna see what happens. Yeah. Other than that, life's fucking great. Minus the bullshit, life's great. It's got a peach on the, we got a camera on the peach and the license plate. Yeah, what we're gonna be doing is coming and laying the trellis, helping the final spread. Then it's up from there. Yeah, let's get to work. All right, starting off. The first layer of trellis is gonna be the 3.5 inch squares. They have 6 inch squares and 3.5 inch squares. I use the 3.5 inch squares first because it's less, it's more spaces to get those branches down and in between. I get this roll off of Amazon. Usually a lot cheaper than going to the store. I think this big 225 foot roll. 225 foot roll was $60 or something like that. In stores it's about 100 or something easy. So I could take my gloves off, I'm done feeding. All right. Let's see how I have my bars. If you have a similar system set up to me, I like to go put it on the bar above instead of putting it down here and letting it droop. It's gonna droop regardless, but I like to put it up and then I'll cut it and then put it down there. See what'll be the best. Now, getting our trellis, just rolling it down. down. Don't want to touch it yet. Let y'all see where, I might as well. Come roll it tight. See what we stuck on down there. Okay. Roll it. We're gonna pull it and see about a guesstimation of where we're gonna cut. We actually place those spots there. I'm gonna run it along the net, make sure I'm staying on that same row. And I actually can cut it. Might as well. But it's easy to place it down where you're going and then cut. Let's see what you're doing a little better actually. Just out the way. That over here. Okay. Might as well do it from this side so y'all can see. You see that? Make sure. Okay, yeah. What I'll do from here, just come in and I just weave it through. Top, bottom, top, bottom. It's not a secret fucking ancient method of trellis weaving. Just weaving it through so you could pull it tight. Might as well bring y'all down there with me. All right, now that we down on the other end, we can just grab it, try to pull it to where we want to weave, or maybe one in front or one behind it. And just see how I'm coming, following that. And make sure I'm on that same little row. And now I'll come in and put my line through that one. Tighten everybody on up to where they should be. Let me get these power cords out here. That's one of the main reasons why I got these little things, so they don't be drooping down and all that shit into the canopy when you're trying to work. And plus they look better than the traditional foam things too. Patented black cloud trellis weaving tech. And that, is it tight enough? I think I want to go a little bit tighter actually, so. Trellis is the game changer though. Yeah, that's nice. Come through. Let me see what's that view is. Yeah, now we coming through, just laying everyone down. That's all we're doing. Boom. Keep on spreading to the very end of this trellis line. That's all we're doing. I really could have brought it down some, but that's good. And all the way down. Spreading it out. Really upset about that little limb on that plant. That was one of the smaller trees that got broken too, but oh well, I'm sure the rest of the canopy will make up for it. Shit, crazy one. Put them down. Lay it down, lay it down. You folks lay it down, lay it down, lay it down. And that is pretty much it. That's what it is, pimp. Everybody just lay it down. That's what we want. Just pulling till we get to the very edge, and then we should be filled in enough to go ahead with that vertical growth. But yeah, that is it. Let me get to work and I'll show y'all the rest of the room when I get done. Okay, this is pretty much what we're going for. Have our first layer of trellis down, and this is going to enable us to keep on spreading the plant. That's all we're doing. If you come in one day and see something like that and it hasn't got to the end, put it down and let it keep going. We still aren't focusing on vertical growth right now. Right now, all we're focusing on is getting to the outside, the outer area of this trellis to make this plant wide as possible so we can get the yield that we're looking for. That ain't what you want. Want to come in, boom. Anytime you see something like that and it hasn't reached over there, just push it down. And your plant gonna grow every day, so it shouldn't take that long to get to the end. But this is primarily this is what that first layer of trellis is pretty much used for, just spreading. It's not really support yet, because actually once these go through, you can actually cut them off. Like when I'm harvesting, these can actually be cut all off because they being held up by these two layers of trellis. So, but yeah, this is what you want. Nothing fancy, nothing crazy. Just trying to spread as far as possible. And we'll probably be done in this room with the spread by the end of the week, I would imagine. It shouldn't take too long. But yeah, this is it. All right, that's gonna do it for today in the garden. Any questions about the trellis laying technique or any problems you're having in your garden, go ahead and leave them in the comments, and I'll be sure to get back to them ASAP. Shouts out to the homie Lucius W. He offered to buy me lunch after the live Q&A today I did with the trellis laying video. Appreciate it, bro. I'm just frying me up some chicken wings. Ain't gonna be nothing fancy. But I really do appreciate it though, bro. Yeah, man. But yeah, until next video, man, y'all take it easy. All right, peace.
I mean, I've got my...
Move, bitch! Get out of my fucking way! It's Black History Month!
Thomas Wyatt Turner was a botanist, teacher, and activist who made history many times during his remarkable life. Turner was born in Maryland in 1877 to a family of sharecroppers. He was a brilliant student who valued education throughout his life, and after graduating with a bachelor's and a master's degree from Howard University at the turn of the 20th century, he spent 10 years teaching in Baltimore, Maryland public schools. Turner was not only committed to outreach and education during this time, but was dedicated to equity and inclusivity, as he was a founding member of the NAACP in 1909 and the first secretary of their Baltimore branch. In 1914, he returned to Howard University, this time as a professor of botany and as the acting dean of the School of Education. Incredibly, while working as both a professor and dean at Howard University, Turner completed a PhD in botany at Cornell University in 1921. You heard that right. Turner was simultaneously a professor, a dean, and a successful PhD student, a heroic feat by any standard and time period. His dissertation was entitled Studies of the Mechanisms of the Physiological Effects of Certain Mineral Salts in Altering the Ratio of Top Growth to Root Growth in Seed Plants. Essentially, he studied how salts, or fertilizers, affect both below ground and above ground plant growth, a fascinating and applicable area of botany. Based on reading his work, it's clear that he thought deeply about the holistic integration of plants as organisms, from roots all the way to shoots. This incredible accomplishment also marked the first PhD awarded to a Black American by Cornell University, and the first PhD in botany awarded to a Black American by any institution in the country. After serving as the founding head of the botany department at Howard University, Turner moved to Hampton University, then called Hampton Institute, where he became the head of the botany department. Today, the Natural Sciences Building at Hampton is named Turner Hall in his honor. It is clear that Dr. Thomas Wyatt Turner was more than just his accomplishments. He was a visionary leader, deeply committed to improving the lives of others through research, education, and activism. If you want to learn more, Turner wrote a memoir entitled From Sharecropper to Scientist, which you can purchase online.
Go flourish, double back and come and get your niggas. Pass the power to your people, it ain't nothing realer.